when it comes to the jury?
It's very, very, very significant. Jurors are human beings. And a lot of times I've heard from colleagues, I've had experiences myself trying many jury trials, that jurors will approach things as on a human level. So somebody who's accused of a crime glaring at somebody on the stand does not play well in front of a jury. So they will take his hostile actions and really hold that against him. Despite his lawyers, I'm sure, arguing contrary and reminding the jury at the end of trial that they need to follow the law and look at the facts in the trial.
You know, and Joseph, the former president complained earlier today on social media that he should have been given more notice about today's witness. He later deleted that post, but the defense does have a list of all witnesses, correct? They just may not know the order?
Correct, yes. And, you know, normally speaking, sometimes you work things out in trial. And if the Trump team is not getting a list of the witnesses in order, it's because the prosecution doesn't have to do it. Again, sometimes you can negotiate in trial with the prosecutor if you have a good relationship. Hey, here's my witness list, here's what I'm going to do, and both sides can do that. But a lot of times that's up to negotiation between the parties. And what we've seen previously is that the Trump defense team is not stipulating to anything. So it's causing the prosecution to call a lot of witnesses to just check boxes that aren't very important and that are very dry testimony. But then we have the prosecution probably retaliating by saying, okay, we're not going to share with you anything either.
You know, and then last question for you, Joseph. The judge has threatened the former president with jail again. We know at this point he has been fined a total of $10,000. Let's listen to what House Speaker Mike Johnson had to say about this.
You cannot call yourself a serious judge and threaten a presidential candidate with jail time when he defends his reputation in public in the middle of a campaign.
Joseph, do you think there's any possibility the former president could end up behind bars for violating that gag order?
I do think so. I think we're closer now after the judge's comments today than we were before. I think that in the extreme situations, both sides have good points. But again, going back to the balancing, sometimes a judge has to balance.